And right now, joining us on our Carrington Cardinal Community Chatter right here on yourliveevent.com on YouTube is Ashley Schulz and Lisa Hilbert, and they are co-chairs for the third annual Out of the Darkness Carrington Community Walk that's coming up in Carrington at Carrington City Park on Sunday, September 8th. So next month, and thanks, ladies, for joining us here. And very important topic, and that's why we wanted to have you on here to discuss this. And this is the third annual event, Out of the Darkness for Carrington. So, Ashley, we're going to start with you first up here. So give us a little bit more about the Out of the Darkness community walk that's coming up.
Good afternoon. We're here today to invite you to support and participate in the third annual Carrington Out of the Darkness Walk. We'd love to see you engage in an important movement in this country. To be a part of 250,000 people who will walk this fall season in events like the one in Carrington to fight suicide.
We also want to express our gratitude, all of those in our community that have reached out and helped support our previous walks. Through our local walk, we partner with an agency called AFSP, the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. And so it's a voluntary health organization that gives those affected by suicide a nationwide community that helps them in taking action against the leading cause of death, suicide. And AFSP is dedicated to bringing hope to those affected by suicide.
So can you tell us a little bit more about AFSP and the funds that are raised with this walk that's coming up?
Together, we're trying to help raise funds for research and survivor support.
Together, we're also helping bring prevention programs back to our schools, faith-based organizations, civic groups, places of work, and our communities.
Together as lost survivors, as one with lived experience, we are making our voices heard to state the annual legislator and policymakers.
We're also creating a culture that's smart about mental health.
Together, we can walk to fight suicide. Walkers like us make a difference. Together, we can change the conversation about mental health.
Okay, awesome. Give us more details about when the walk is and what can attendees expect on that Sunday?
Yeah, so Greg had already mentioned that we'll be walking on Sunday, September 8th. So there will be a free will donation meal to start off at 12:30. Following that, we'll have activities, things like face painting, reading corner, story time for the kiddos, photo booth, a memory wall, bead ceremony, and more. So being a part of this Out of the Darkness walk is a lot about community fellowship, support, and hope and healing as we continue to work in those suicide prevention efforts.
What are some of the new activities our attendees will see this year at this year's walk in Carrington here?
Something new this year, we are challenging each walk team to provide an activity during the registration while attendees waiting for the opening ceremonies. Each station, we plan to have a free will donation activity to assist in allowing attendees to connect with one another. Teams have already committed to activities like Marty's Mearties. We are doing sand art. Team Matthew is doing bravery bracelets. Mason's wings, dragonflies, and hope rocks, and McKibben's cupcake walks, and more.
Okay, good deal. You also mentioned, Lisa, a memorial wall this year. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so this year we are going to construct a large wooden sign that says the word hope, and that will be displayed. The wall is meant to allow those that can remember people that they have lost to suicide. Attendees will have the opportunity to add their loved one's name onto a sticker that then can be placed on the wall. And so just a nice little spot for people to take a few minutes to remember those that have been lost by suicide.
And Ashley, tell us, how do you connect people with resources in our area communities then too?
The Out of the Darkness Walk is going to give us an opportunity to provide support for those that are struggling themselves. Also those that may have lost someone to suicide. Resource tables are going to be available to share resources for youth, veterans, adults, and more. 211 First Link AFSP 988 North Dakota VA, as well as local providers will have resources with information available about how to reach out and how to access those resources locally.
Okay, thank you. And then Lisa, anything else our listeners should know about that Sunday in Carrington here?
Yeah, so just again, we're really encouraging early registration this year. Each year, as people come to the walk, they start at that registration area, and we know that that area gets a little bit clogged up. So we're hoping to try to encourage people to go ahead and register online ahead of time. Even if you aren't able to make it that day, that's fine. If you register, it's real simple. You just go to afsp.org/Carrington, and you can register right there on the site. You'll be able to see other people that are walking. You can also see teams that are walking. So if people have questions and they aren't sure how to register, please reach out to Ashley or I. We can certainly help get you guys registered, if that's you individually or a team. And then a quick reminder that if you physically have trouble walking, that does not deter you. You still are able to participate in the walk. We will have golf carts. And so as you come that day, we can get you onto a golf cart and you can walk with us in that hope and healing alongside your family and friends. Also, if you aren't able to be there that day, you can attend virtually. So our hopes are to have a Facebook Live event to where people from anywhere can tune in as we start our walk and can walk with us. Outside of that, in the event of inclement weather, all of our events would be moved to the Carrington Public Schools. And so we just hope to see you at the third annual event. Again, that is Sunday, September 8th, 12:30, free will donation meal, followed by activities, 2 p.m. ceremony, and register early.
All right, sounds good. Well, thanks so much for joining us here and filling us in on that update and what's happening in Carrington on September 8th. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
You bet. Have a good day.
You too.